Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. There's a few things we have to actually talk about. A few things we're going to have to talk about. Of course, we're going to have to start off with some different news, and then we'll get into the Paixão news, which is probably the main thing we're going to be talking about. I mean, it is the main thing we will be talking about is the Paixão news. And yeah, so let's get into it. Let's make sure everything's working fine. Ooh, let me just make sure I am good. We are good to go. Do that for a second and make sure this is working. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're good. Hello, Inky. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Paixão. Paixão is probably the main thing, and we've got a bit of other news to talk about as well. So just a few things that is going on at the moment around the club, and yeah, I think well, it's been reported. Don't know if it's. I mean, I thought it was going to happen yesterday or the day before, like it was going to be completed then, but Lucas Perri to Leeds is done apparently. The medical is complete and an official announcement is expected soon. I think we'll get the announcement today and Perri will be signed for Leeds. I am wondering if he'll play in the friendly that's today. The friendly's on today, I'm pretty sure. And there's been a report saying like a goalkeeper change or something. I haven't actually looked at it, but maybe Perri starts. Maybe Perri does start for Leeds United and plays his first game and plays his first game in the friendly. I can't remember who we're playing, but yeah, he might be playing today, which I think the friendly's today. But yeah, so Perri should be done today, which is good. I'll have that video out once he's completed, which, in my opinion, probably within 2-3 hours, hopefully, and not like, for me, it will be like 4 a.m. Hopefully not. So, yeah, because I thought it was going to be done yesterday, so I was like waiting until like 4 a.m. and I'm like, no, I'm going to bed now because it is not done yet. But yeah, the next news is, of course, the Paixão. The only other thing we have to talk about is the Paixão news. The main news, because there is conflicting reports with two different reports. So firstly, there is this one with Paixão still wanting to join Marseille, with whom he already has an agreement. So he has already had an agreement with Marseille to join them, and apparently that's where he wants to go and that's where he wants to go. His agent has offered him to Roma as well and Leeds United. And Leeds United have made an offer close to that of Marseille. So yeah, his agent actually offered him to Roma, but Roma doesn't have the money to actually spend to get him. And Leeds United have put a bid in for him. And it looks like we're the only club that can actually get him. Like, we're the only club that can spend the amount of money that they want for us to get him. Like, Marseille don't have the money. As far as I can see, and as far as I know, Marseille don't have the money. And same with Roma. They both don't have the money to actually get him. So we're in the driver's seat right now, in my opinion. We're ahead of both of them with the money that we can actually give him and offer him and the club. Because, yeah. But I'm excited. I'm hoping he signs, but I've already said this and I made a tweet about it. I said, if we don't get him, I won't be mad because we'll just go get Solomon, hopefully, as the other option. The club have come out also and said that we have other options lined up if it doesn't go through, which is a good thing. And I feel like one of those, that next option for me is Solomon, which I'm hoping if we don't get Paixão, Solomon's probably the best next option because he knows Fark's system, knows how we play. We saw him how good he was last season, so I'll be fine with him coming to Leeds and being that starting left winger, basically. But yeah, if Paixão doesn't get done, that's what I want. But yeah, there's this article. We'll go and read the article that was made by Maracto. This is basically this journalist's this is like the French football. So yeah, there's going to be different reports about different things, and especially when it's from France, you got to remember that they're probably going to be more on them, on their side than ours, and they're gonna you don't know how true any of this is. I don't know how true this article is, but yeah, we'll have a read of it and see what it says. Marseille want basically Paixão. For the past few days, everything and and its opposite has been said about Igor Paixão. There's been a lot of conflicting reports, basically. Here is a complete update on the players' situation. Marseille is more than ever in the race and is doing everything possible to complete the operation. Nothing is simple. If Marseille have completed their first recruits in Egan Riley and Angel Gomez, and blah blah blah, and the Marseille club is still working on the recruitment of an experienced left-footed central defender. This is just about other players are still working to find the one who will replace on the left flank of Marseille. Here it is. As we have revealed to you several times, it is indeed Igor Paixão who has been the top priority for the past few weeks, which has been going on for a while. This Marseille and Pacquiao thing. And the least we can say is that Marseille is sparing no effort between direct discussions with the player's agent, a lunch with the player's father in Marseille. Marseille is on all fronts in this operation, so they're really trying to get him over the line and really trying to get him. But I don't think they have the money, so I don't think they're gonna get him. Yeah, I don't think that they can really afford him. I genuinely think the only club that could afford him in France is PSG. I don't think French football really, like, besides PSG, no other club will have the money. No other club in French football has the money. Which you kind of look at that and you think it's like, it is kind of sad in like football in terms of like, I know it's fine for us, but how the Premier League can take every single player, basically. Like, they would rather come to like a newly promoted league, like a newly promoted team, than into a team that's in Europe or something, which happens a lot. But yeah, but this is without counting on several obstacles. If the player has already agreed to sign at Marseille, as we have already revealed, the agent it is more it is more unclear. The astonishing double game of Pacquiao's agent. If he has repeated several times to the Marseille board that he wants his player to play in Marseille, the latter is playing an astonishing double game. If Leeds United have been following the Brazilian winger for several weeks, as we already revealed at the beginning of June, because we've been after him for a while as well, looking at him as one of the options, as our first option as our left winger. The player's representative maintains contact with the promoted Premier League team. The English club have since moved up a gear, as if has already made a fixed offer of 30 million. Igor Paixão's agent is not to be outdone, since he has also offered the player to AS Roma. So it looks like the agent really doesn't want him to come to Leeds. That's what it looks like right here if you read this. So Leeds to put a bid in, he's like, "Oh, Roma, can you take him?" Like, it feels like he just doesn't want him to come to Leeds, which is weird. That's what it feels like. Who are therefore starting from a long way in the file. This is not enough to shake the Marseille club, which has so far made an offer equal to that of Leeds United, even if Marseille have several significant assets. Because we made a bid, it got rejected, and then we put in a second bid. So they can match us, just in different ways, basically what they're saying, like with the bonuses and when they get them and when they get the money. So they're trying to do it in different ways to add up to the same amount of money that we're trying to offer him. But I just feel like we can give them even more. So I feel like this is not done yet, and we'll be able to offer them even more. I've seen some people say, "Oh, just give him 40." I'm like, that's not how negotiations work. You want to get him for as cheap as possible. I think it will go up between the 30. I think 35 million will be the highest we'll go to. I think 30 million pounds is the highest we'll actually go to. 35 million, which I think will get him over the line. I think 35 million gets Pacquiao over the line. But yeah, everything remains open in this case, where Feyenoord obviously has its say. The Dutch club, which knows the importance of the Brazilian international, does not intend to give any gifts. The fates remain that each day that passes inevitably annoys more and more the various protagonists of the case: Marseille, Leeds United, Roma, and Feyenoord. It is hard to say on this Saturday, the 26th of July, where Pacquiao will play this season. One thing is certain: Marseille is doing everything it can to snatch the Brazilian from the Rotterdam club. So basically, it is said that Marseille are just trying to do everything to be able to get him, and I mean, that's what they're going to try and do. I don't know if they have the money. As I've already said, I don't think they have the money actually to get him over the line, which is going to be only working great for us. You know, it's only going to be good for us if we can get him over the line. Now, there was this that came out on the latest of Igor Paixão as well. So different things. The French press now believe the winger wants Leeds United now move above all others. So now it is said that the French press are now saying that it is believed that Leeds United are now in the front runners to sign him, and that he wants to come to Leeds United now ahead of all the others. Neither Roma or Marseille currently willing to match our offers, and Feyenoord keen on a Rangers star as Pacquiao's replacement. So Feyenoord are looking to sign a Rangers player. Leeds United are now in front for Pacquiao. Seems a bit... Leeds United, Rangers, they're going to sign a Rangers player, we're going to get Pacquiao. It seems a bit like it's all coming together. This makes it seem like it's all coming together. This is from Team Talk as well, so you can't really take anything you read as 100%, but yeah, so it just looks weird about this makes it go like, oh yeah, they're keen on a Rangers winger that will give that the they're keen on a Rangers winger. They'll take whoever that is. I don't know who that actually is. And Paixão will come to Leeds, which sounds great. But yeah, let's go read the actual article. Igor Paixão transfer to Leeds, hopes grow as triple update sees Fark dream escalate. Leeds United have seen hopes of a deal for Paixão rise, with the Brazilian winger now reportedly favouring a move to Ellen Road after further talks with his entourage, and with Feyenoord now targeting a player from the white sister club Rangers as a replacement for the Brazilian. That just makes it seem like it's like turned to we're gonna get him, and the Rangers player, you're looking at it like it seems like so connected that it's gonna happen. The Whites have significantly strengthened their squad over the summer. They prepare for a challenge of establishing themselves back in the Premier League, and so far Leeds United have added 6 new players to their squad in the tune of a £60 million 68 point output. So 60. I mean, we've only spent 60 million, which is mad, to be honest. The amount of good players that I think we've got for 60 million, I think we've worked this transfer window perfectly. You know, at the moment, for me, if I was going to give it a rating out of 10, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Because I don't think you can ever say a Windows 10 out of 10. I don't think you can ever say a Windows 10 out of 10 unless you get like a top player. And we're not doing that, are we? When we're not in the ability of doing that because we're a newly promoted club. But yeah, at the moment, it's like an 8 out of 10. If we sign a striker and Paixão, it's a 9 out of 10 for me. That's a 9 out of 10 window. And it could go to a 10 out of 10 depending on how they play. Maybe if they both, like, Paixão's an absolutely brilliant, like he's the next Rafinha, as people have been saying, which I don't like those kind of things being said, but... However, Leeds' biggest and most important business of the summer window looks like it is still to come. A deal for Lyon keeper Perri has been agreed, and that should be done today, as we've already mentioned. With a move for the Brazilian now in the final stages, he will become summer signing number 7 for the Whites, who will also make the towering 645. That's just about Perri. Yeah, that's all about Perri. Beyond that, it emerges on Thursday afternoon that Leeds United have also made a firm bid for Feyenoord winger Igor Paixão, understood to be worth in the region of 30 million. 30 million, 26 million pounds, as they look to bring an exciting new dimension to their attack. See, that I think that was our first bid, and I think we'll go up to 35, as I said. But yeah, I'm happy that we're doing this, and I'm happy like we're competing for a player who I think will be very good. Which is very nice to see. Leeds' offer is currently being mulled over by the Eredivisie club, who do have a good relationship with the West Yorkshire side after the 21 million transfer of Lewis Sinisterra in 21. Yeah, thanks for that injury-prone winger. And while the offer from the Whites does fall short of the 35 million or the 35 million to 40 million euros valuation, up to 35 million pounds. So 35 million pounds, the approach is heavily incentivized, contains a number of bonuses, and is more crucially higher than what both fellow suitors Marseille and Roma are currently prepared to pay. Now a triple update has been given. Leeds further hope that a deal to bring the exciting Brazilian winger to Ellen Road is edging closer. This is firstly the French newspaper. So this is the French newspaper on the 26th of July. The Feyenoord look more favourable on the Leeds offer, while also crucially stating that Paixão's performance is now on a switch to Ellen Road after Fark's side impressed his agent during a set of meetings over the prospective transfer. So the other article said that Marseille are in front. This article says Leeds are in front, and it's come out from the French newspapers that Leeds are in front. So this seems more realistic, in my opinion, and that's no bias thing because I'm a Leeds fan. Like, it coming out from the French newspaper, it makes me seem like this is more realistic than the other one, which gives me hope of, like, this one's more real, so we're in the driver's seat right now to actually get him. Despite that, it is worth noting that French journalist Santi Una has countered those claims by stating Paixão's preference remains on a move to Marseille on Saturday morning, having already agreed personal terms with De Zerbi. However, sources have also told Team Talks transfer insider Francis Fletcher that Feyenoord are making plans for life after the Brazilian winger and strongly considering an approach on Leeds sister club Rangers for his replacement. Igor Paixão Feyenoord want Rangers man to replace Leeds target, and according to that's basically the exact same thing I just read a second ago. This is just talking about now the other guy, I think. Yeah, this is just talking about the other guy. So it looks like Leeds United are currently in the driver's seat to actually get the signing done, which at the moment is looking very, very promising that Leeds United will be getting the signing done of Paixão. Now it can all change in days, like it could change in hours, everything can change. But at the moment, it's looking good for Leeds United. It's looking very good that we'll be able to get Paixão actually over the line. And yeah, so I'm excited for that. Perri should be in today, so the Perri signing, the club should confirm the Perri signing today. The medical was done yesterday, so that's all done, and it looks very good for Leeds United. It's going to be a short stream today, just a quick one, just talking about the news and basically just Paixão. So that's the update on Paixão, and my opinion on it is that we are the closest to signing him. I think we're the ones that are in front for his signature. It's looking very good. We're in the driver's seat to sign him, and yeah, I'm very excited. Hopefully we actually get him to come to Leeds, and I've already said if we don't, I would take Solomon as the next option. I think Solomon is the next option. And I'm happy the club, I've seen this, and the club have said, if we don't get Paixão, there's already a number of other players that are, there to be the next option. So we've already got our backups planned. We already got our second choice planned, and Leeds will be going in for that if we don't get him over the line, which is good, which is what I like to see from the club. They've already got the next player ready if Paixão doesn't get over the line and we don't get him. So I'm liking the fact that Leeds United have got all their options ready, and it's not one of those things about, like, we don't get Paixão and then we're like, what do we do? And we're panicking. So yeah, we got all of our options. We got our second choice option. I think we've also got, I think they said we got a couple of options. So we probably got our second choice option after Paixão, a third choice, and maybe even a fourth choice. So it looks good that we got a couple of options if Paixão doesn't go through, which at the moment looks like we're in the driver's seat from what I've read. It looks like we are ready to sign him. And as I said, the Perri video will probably be done today. I'll probably make a Perri video when he does sign for Leeds United and the club actually do confirm it. As I said, medical done yesterday. Signing should be done today. It said very soon, so I could imagine it being done in legit like 10 minutes, because they normally do it in the hour. They always do it in the hour, and they confirm it in the hour, normally. Not all the time, but normally it's within the hour. So that'll be good. We get that done, and yeah, we'll be ready for the Premier League almost, because we get this keeper over the line. We get Paixão, and if not, it's Solomon, in my opinion. And then we get our striker, which I'm hoping is Muniz, but I'm looking at the price for Muniz, and is he worth that much? But I like Muniz as a player, but is he worth as much as we are actually, willing to spend on him? But yeah, I would like Muniz. Just the price worries me a bit if he doesn't perform. Yeah, it's one of those things. Forget Paixão. We didn't want players that don't want to be here. No, but it's come out that Paixão, apparently now we are his favourite club. So it looks like he actually does want to come in, which is good. And this happens with top players, by the way. This happens with just top players anywhere. They want to go to clubs, they have a bunch of options, and then they'll decide their options. And it looks like players like Paixão, who are probably higher than Leeds United, if we're going to be honest. Like, he'll probably play for maybe 2 seasons, maybe 3 seasons at least. This is all depending on if we stay up and that. And then he'll probably go to another club and move forward in his career. And we got to just be that kind of club right now that we're trying to establish ourselves in the Premier League. So we got to just establish ourselves and remember that a lot of the players that we are bringing in, like a Paixão comes in, right? You're going to have more clubs. Hopefully they do well, and then the bigger club will probably come in for him. That's just how football works nowadays. And, I mean, to be fair, when a lot of people talk about the facts of, like, oh, we want to get back into Europe and stuff and get back into the Champions League, which, of course, I want to happen. But you're looking at Newcastle right now, right? You're looking at Newcastle, and you're like, they're like a team that, out of the non-Big Six teams, I was looking at them as a team that could win the Premier League or challenge for the Premier League in the next couple of seasons. And then you see what's happened with Isaac and all that, and you're like, can we ever really compete? Like, legit, can we ever get to actually competing? Because they're all just going to go to the Big Six teams. So it is annoying that with that happening at Newcastle, and it kind of makes all of us go, can we break into that Big Six, that top 4? PSR's come in and basically what PSR was brought in for was keep the Big Six up there, keep the rest of us down there, so we can't compete. And that's just the facts. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to end the stream now. Thanks for coming to the stream, and hopefully Paixão's done, and Perri is announced soon, so I'll see you guys next time.